A mindset is a mental posture that you have towards yourself, towards others, and towards life in general. Mindsets are vital. Mindsets are important. Mindsets determine how we react, how we respond. Mindsets are vital for life function. Mindsets can be negative or they can be positive. A mindset could say, I can't, I won't, I've always been that way. Or a mindset can say, I can, I will, and I can change and I can be better. In Numbers 13, there were 12 spies sent out to spy the land and to explore the land that God had promised the children of Israel. In Numbers 13, 1 through 5, it lists those 12 spies. If I read the names of the 10, you wouldn't know most of them and probably couldn't pronounce half of them. But there are two names that you would remember, and that's Joshua and Caleb. Joshua and Caleb said, we can. We are more than able with God's help. The other 10 spies said we can't. And in Numbers 13, verse 33, it says this, and we were like grasshoppers in their sight, and so we were in our own sight. And what's interesting about that passage is they didn't have a mirror looking at themselves, and the giants didn't even see them because they were in and out of the land. But it was a mental posture. It was a mental picture that they had. And that mental posture kept them from the promised things of God. As a matter of fact, they could have entered the promised land, but instead they wandered in the desert for 40 years. Someone said that it took 40 days to get the children of Israel out of Egypt, but it took 40 years to get Egypt out of the children of Israel. And so what are you saying by that, Rob? I'm saying this, it was their mindset. It was their mental picture of themselves, of others, and of life in general. The giants of the land were no match for their God, but they had a mental picture of themselves that saw themselves as grasshoppers. The 10 spies are not remembered today, but the 2 spies that said we can are. What do you want to be remembered for? Because the decision you make will determine the story of your life. Will you be remembered for I can or I can't? Will you be remembered for I will or I won't? Will you be remembered to say I can change or I can't change? Will you be remembered as saying that's just the way I am? Or will you be remembered as saying I can change and I can be better? The decision you make will determine the story of your life.